One of the most frustrating things about basketball discourse today is that much of it is emotionally motivated, which naturally results in people completely disregarding important context in these discussions. This has stemmed plenty of common, dumb criticisms about some of the greatest players in NBA history. Now I gotta be honest, it doesn't really matter to me who is the focus of the criticism. As long as it isn't based in truth, I'm gonna be annoyed by it. So I may make videos on the dumbest criticisms of LeBron, Jordan, Magic, Steph, and so on. So let me know if that's something that interests you, and if it does, please make sure to like and leave a comment, because that certainly helps as well. But anyway, back to Kobe. Now I'll bet you're pretty familiar with this criticism. It's the narrative that Kobe was terrible in Game 7 of the 2010 NBA Finals, and some have even suggested that Pau Gasol was the real MVP of that series. One of the more recent people to make that suggestion was Dwayne Wade.
Kobe didn't play well. Kobe didn't shoot the ball well. Actually, everybody thought Pau Gasol should have been MVP. That's how well Pau was playing, and Kobe was playing awful.
Now in that 7th and deciding game against the Boston Celtics, Kobe's Lakers were able to come away with a victory, securing his 5th and final championship. But the Mamba only shot 6 of 24 from the field, which is where all of these criticisms and narratives stem from. Now don't get me wrong, I don't care what angle you take. There's simply no way that you can spin 6 of 24 shooting from the field into an efficient scoring night. But what I can say is that there was a lot more to that game than just the shooting percentages. And if you don't understand the context of that battle, then the 6 of 24 is going to look way uglier than it actually was. First off, you have to understand the nature of that Lakers and Celtics rivalry. This was a very contentious rivalry that was often determined with its grit and physicality. Kobe talked about this after losing Game 6 of the 2008 NBA Finals. He mentioned how the absence of Andrew Bynum hurt their chances, due to the fact that their interior defense and rebounding was some of the most crucial aspects of that series. One of the reasons why Kobe famously ran through Pau Gasol's chest in the 2008 Summer Olympics was because he was trying to make Pau physically tougher, who was frequently called soft during that era. And this was primarily in preparation for the next time they were to meet the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals. Even in Kobe's documentary, known as Kobe Bryant's Muse, he talked about how the Celtics were tougher, meaner, and grittier than the Lakers were willing to be in 2008. So clearly, this was a defining aspect of their ongoing rivalry. If you were paying attention closely heading into the 2010 NBA Finals, then you knew this to be the case. So what happens in Game 7 of those finals? Well, the referees completely put away their whistles and let the defining aspect of that rivalry be the determining factor in that climactic moment. I say this as someone who watched every NBA Finals game since then. I don't think there has ever been a single Finals game as physical as this one was since it happened in 2010. And honestly, I even think there were very few games before 2010 that could match its physicality.
Pau Gasol to the basket, blocked. Fight for it underneath. They have let them play right from the start of this game. There's been a lot of contact down low.
The final score was 83-79, and it was quite simply an ugly game that often resembled rugby more so than basketball. And don't just take my word for it. The entirety of this game is available on YouTube, and if you watch it, I guarantee you'll agree. So yes, Kobe Bryant, with a broken index finger on his shooting hand, shot 6 of 24 from the field in what was one of the ugliest games in NBA history. But you know who else struggled from the field? Basically everyone. People love to bring up how inefficiently the Mamba shot to fit their narrative, while conveniently ignoring the fact that Pau Gasol was 6 of 16, Ron Artest was 7 of 18, Lamar Odom was 3 of 8, Andrew Bynum was 1 of 5, Paul Pierce was 5 of 15, and Ray Allen, who Kobe defended, was only 3 of 14. Basically, the only key player who had an efficient night was Kevin Garnett, who was 8 of 13 from the field. So again, Kobe is often taking criticism for something that applied to almost everyone that game. And yet, what's often never mentioned is how Kobe excelled in one of the most pivotal factors of that matchup. As we talked about earlier, the key elements of the series was defense and rebounding. And not only did the Mamba contain his man to a worse shooting percentage than his, but Kobe also dominated on the boards. Not only did the Lakers win the battle of the boards by a significant margin, but Kobe was one of the biggest reasons why. He got a career high in the NBA Finals of 15 rebounds, which was an equal amount to the entire Celtics Big Three combined. Then you look at the fourth quarter. The Lakers were trailing by 4 points heading into the final 12 minutes of regulation. Who led all players in scoring that period? Kobe Bryant. Who gave the Lakers their first lead of the second half? That was Kobe. Who instantly doubled that lead with a clutch jumper? That was Kobe too. Who got the assist on the biggest three-point shot of that series? That was the Mamba. Who fouled out the Celtics' only remaining center and knocked down the free throws to make it a two-possession game with only 25 seconds left? You already know who it is. Remember, nearly everyone shot poorly this game, meaning the determining factor for the victor were always going to be the things that were done outside of scoring. And did Kobe excel in those other aspects? The answer is absolutely and unequivocally yes. I do believe, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Kobe deserved the Finals MVP. But people saying otherwise is not really what annoys me. Because yeah, Pau Gasol deserves a ton of credit. And they don't win the championship without him either. More specifically, what really annoys me is when people who didn't watch that game act like the Lakers won Game 7 in spite of Kobe, when the truth is they won that crucial game because of Kobe more so than any other player on the team. So what do you guys think? Is there any playoff game ever that was as physically ugly as Game 7 of the 2010 NBA Finals? If so, I would love to hear your suggestions in the comment section below. Once again, shout out to the members for the ways you support my channel. Thanks for watching as always. Make sure to like and subscribe for more basketball content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.